Hello and welcome to the Black Dog Sports Podcast. I am your host, Arthur Hosey Jr. of the class of 2008. And I have a very special host for you, a very special guest for you all today, Miss Madison Hayes. And we also have her parents, who we will be letting them introduce themselves a little bit later. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get the temperature of my co-host like I always do. Derek, what's on your mind today? Senior member of the podcast today.
Man, I'm just watching this, almost crazy stuff about the Insurrection Act. So I'm kind of floored right now, man.
You flabbergasted.
Yeah,
Okay.
flabbergasted. Yeah,
All right.
shocked.
And
How?
we go bring on my guy, one of my favorite members of the podcast, Mr. Ricardo Suggs. What's on your mind today?
I'm just sitting here, just basically taking everything. I know a lot of people have been taken aback by the basically everything that's been going on lately. I don't know how everyone's been feeling about it, but maybe we will, maybe we won't get into that
Not
here on this
tonight.
podcast. Okay, cool. But I'm just hoping everybody out there in the radio land is doing okay. Just taking a deep breath and not being overwhelmed by too much.
All right. And so speaking of which, make sure that y'all follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Black Dogs Podcast, BLK, Sports Podcast. All right. So going to our guests, our esteemed guests, we have the Hayes family. Go ahead and introduce yourselves to Bulldog Nation, because I know that they are very excited to have you all around.
Very.
Adrian Hayes.
I'm Greta Hayes.
And I'm Madison Hayes.
Okay.
Thank y'all for having us on.
Oh, no problem. It is our pleasure because we've been following the story the whole time. Very, very glad to have her in Bulldog Nation. Hopefully we can get a natty out of this thing. And for a few seconds we was worried, you know what I'm saying? But the right decision was made. Okay. So we gonna start off talking about her recruitment. High school career, recruitment by Coach Vic, and kind of what was going through y'all's head when Vic announced that he was going to Texas. So we just go start off, about the recruitment by Vic. Like, how did that transpire?
Where did he meet me at?
Started recruiting me like 2 years ago.
Well, like 2 years ago, he recruited me, and I was playing with the top girls in the country on my AAU team, and that's when he first saw me. And I think after I started talking to Coach Elena Lovato, a lot more, and I started talking to him a lot more, we just started having a relationship, and it just went from there.
Okay. All right. So would you say was Coach Lovato like the primary person who did most of the recruiting for you?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. That's what's up. Derek, anything that you supposed to be adding?
Well, before we can jump into your commitment, let's talk about Madison Hayes, the high school player. We know you've had several interviews, but we want our audience to find out a little bit more about Madison Hayes, the high school basketball player. We all know top-ranked 5-star. We've been getting them since Coach Vic is our head coach. So we were glad to have you. So let our fans know a little bit about you.
I don't know.
Don't be shy. You
Um,
maroon now.
oh yeah, I know.
You
You
family.
As a person, I'm really funny and goofy to know, and I just want, everybody to know me not just as a basketball player, but, as a person as well. I'm really sweet when I need to be, and I'm funny. So I like to be a role model for a lot of, kids around me. So that's pretty much
On the court, though.
Yeah, on the court.
That's what they want to hear.
Oh, well, on the court, it's a different story. I know y'all see me
You
play.
flip your switch.
Yeah, it's a kind of, to me, I take it, as my job, I take it really seriously, and that, nobody can get past me, nobody can guard me. That's just my mentality going on the floor, and that's just, I just let my game speak for itself.
Right. So your mom sent me an article where it talks about your tremendous commitment to loyalty. So let the fans know what type of loyal Lady Bulldog they have.
I've had experience, where people ask me, to, transfer schools and, go to a different high school or go to Hamilton Heights, because East Hamilton's not known a lot before, we really started kicking off our school year. And it's just, to me, you just gotta stay where you've been planted at. And to me, it's just, I think it's all about loyalty, even though all the coaches that came through our program, the one that stayed, made us better. And it was just Hunter Greenmore. So,
Do you feel like the coaches that left, each of them kind of helped push you to be a better player in their own way?
yes, absolutely. Different taught me, leadership. Different taught me how to be responsible with different things, on and off the floor, and just being able to be coachable as well, not just taking everything in and just doing whatever. I think just being coachable is the best thing.
Now, you have had Team USA experience, overseas experience. Talk about those experiences, both experiences. I think you won a gold medal and a world championship. So talk about those experiences and kind of let us know how that helped impact your ability, to play team ball.
I think, it was a blessing for me to even be named, to be on the USA team. And I think just for me, it was really a big deal. And like a lot of people didn't really know that or just expected that to happen. And none of us did really. And so I took it to heart, representing my country. And I think I went out there and did my thing and helped my team win. And I think that, it just takes a lot of focus out of you to, have plays. You have to read the plays. You got to do the plays on the floor and in practice. And it's just ongoing. And it's just, you only got like 5 days of practice and you're going out to wherever you're going for the world championships. And when you get out there, it's just a different culture that you just are not used to. And I just think, it just made me realize what I got here is just, I'm blessed to have. So, yeah.
Now, let's get back on your recruitment. Vic Schaefer, you've seen what he did at Mississippi State.
Yes.
On the cusp of winning those 2 national championships. What was it about Mississippi State and Coach Schaefer that made you want to be a Lady Bulldog?
What stood out to me was just everybody that supported Mississippi State. I think like the fan base was a major part, and also the academics was a big part for me. And also the team that I was getting to know, I knew Rakia from USA, so I already have a face on the team. And, just getting to know the girls while I was on my official visit, it was just, I really connected with them and I was really comfortable with them. And, the relationship that I had with Vic was a really good relationship, and we could talk to each other about anything, and, he had my back and I had his, so.
Now, you mentioned that you have a history of playing with Rakia Jackson, so I was going to say that for that, but since you brought it up, talk about that relationship you have with Rakia as far as with the overseas experience and the possibility of you two teaming up again in college.
I didn't expect to be playing on a team with her, in college. And, I've known her I know of her from like past games that I've seen her play at. And she's just a really good player, and like we played really well together. And I've thought about playing with her, but I never really thought about actually doing it, committing to Mississippi State. So I think really we have a really good relationship, and I think that it could definitely move past that and make a better one. So
okay, now let's take it back to the season, because you're committed, you're signed. And Lady Bulldog season and your summer and then a lot of other high school seniors years were kind of, ruined by the COVID-19 virus. What did you do to bounced back from how COVID impacted you as a student, as an athlete, and as a high school student?
I think as an athlete, for me, I would just try to get my mind off of it because it was hard for me, you know, just because, you know, I didn't get to have a prom and I didn't get to have certain things that I could do, you know, that would be memorable in my life. So I worked out a lot and to get my mind off of everything, just, you know, I think just do the right thing and letting people know that, you know, it's serious. You know, as a student for me, that I try to make it sure like it's serious and that, you know, we need to be really careful and that staying at home is the best thing. So.
Okay. So, Arthur? You're on mute.
Yeah, I had myself on mute. But one of the things I wanted to ask you about is that you were saying that at the school that you go to is not really known for their girls basketball program. And I kind of wanted to ask about it from the standpoint of like Mississippi State. We hadn't won any national championships back when I was going to Mississippi State. I showed up there in 2003 and they weren't very good. And so let me first ask, do you know who LaToya Thomas is? Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. So Mississippi State history lesson. LaToya Thomas is from my hometown, Greenville, Mississippi. She was a 4-time All-American when she was at Mississippi State, and she was the #1 pick in the WNBA draft. Wow. And when she was getting recruited by UConn and Tennessee and everybody at that particular moment in time. And she said that the reason why she went to Mississippi State was because she wanted an opportunity to do something great, that she had the opportunity to be known, go down as one of the greatest in Mississippi State history instead of going to Tennessee or somewhere and just being like another person. So did that kind of factor into your decision in college? Because I noticed that you mentioned that you wanted to be at the high school that you went to because you had a chance to do something special. Did that factor into the college decision also?
You know, I just think I made my own path for myself because, you know, a lot of my teammates go to the same college, you know, Treasure Hunt and Ryan and Jasmine all go to the same college and we all played on the same AAU team together. So I just think I chose my path to go to Mississippi State, you know, to do something great. Like you said, I think just for me, it's just, I think being better, I think just growing as a person and a player. So.
Okay.
Now you brought up Treasure, and that was your high school teammate who signed with a team that's kind of been a thorn in our side, Kentucky. So what's it gonna be like when you going? Are you gonna be able to take it to the hole against Treasure?
Yeah, I'm going at it. Like we never played against each other. Like I don't know her and she don't know me, and I'm gonna go at her like.
That killer instinct, that bulldog mentality. Yeah,
I love it.
That's what we like.
Yeah.
You know. So before we go further, I want to talk about your parents. Now, talking to your mom and your dad, what does it feel like being a child of 2 former college athletes?
I think it's a blessing. You know, they didn't really force basketball on me. They let me choose it. I think that was, you know, the best thing because I tried so many sports. I tried track, softball, volleyball, and basketball. Yeah, football.
Football? You played football?
Flag.
Oh, flag football.
Yes. They just let me try.
Say.
No. They let me try a lot of different sports and a lot of activities, and they just let me go my way. And I think they really supported my decision and, you know, helped me be the best player and the best, you know, daughter and student athlete that I can be. So
who do you feel you got your basketball talent from? Dad? So who's the most competitive between your mom and your dad?
Oh, that's kind of hard. I think my mom is just a competitor.
I agree.
So a nice blend of athletes for our Lady Bulldogs. We're glad that you can, have the gene pool to give to Madison so that she can help our Lady Bulldogs hopefully win a national championship in her 4 years there. Arthur, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't have anything.
I thought you were signaling me.
No,
Ricardo?
I was saying thumbs up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ricardo, you have any questions for Madison?
Yeah, because I know that Derek know you all. He's the one that got in contact with you all, and I keep up I'm not gonna say and line say a whole lot, but I do like those. The Lady Bulldogs are probably my like hidden like diamond in the rough, like the hidden gems, because I always feel like before this lifetime is out, they're going to be the one that bring a national championship to Starkville. So with that being said, just from taking in like the stories from what he said, like I'm glad, like more so you chose the school more than you did the coach. You know, that's very, very important to any student athlete, because you got a lot of people that choose the school or either they go get recruited by a coach or whatever. I know they have close relationships when it comes to the assistant coaches and people and everybody that's in the program. And then something happened, like Coach Vic, he left and went to Texas, and we're like, oh man, what do I do now? So when it came to that aspect, when you first found out, how did that make you feel when you found out or got the breaking news across your phone? Like, I don't know if you felt like I did or if you had different feelings or whatever. How did you feel when you first found out that, oh man, Coach Vic going to Texas? Okay, now what?
I just think I was upset. You know, like we've talked about, winning the national championship. We talked about a lot of things, and I mean, I was upset, but I respected his decision because he was doing what was best for him. And, like, I can't really control what he does. And, I still have a close relationship with him, even though we don't talk right now. I mean, I feel like that we're good. And that, I mean, I was upset, but, it's okay. So.
I mean, it's okay to have a mentor that's kind of behind enemy lines a little bit. We cool with that, because he go praise the good Lord and go Longhorns now. He's not praise the Lord and go Lady Dogs anymore.
Well, her first coach that transferred when she was in high school, her 8th grade coach, went to a high school in our district. And she had that same reaction, was extremely hurt, because they really had bonded over that first year. It was her first year playing varsity as an 8th grader. And but when she saw him on the court for the next 4 years, it went up a level because she made sure that he was going home with an L every single time.
Well, we play Texas for the next 4 years. We definitely think you can send Vic home with a loss.
Yeah.
She'll still love him.
We're going to be
Exactly.
Well, we still love him. I appreciate Coach Vic for what he did for our Lady Bulldogs. I appreciate him for recruiting you, because without Coach Vic, we don't have Madison Hayes. So I'm thankful for that. But I still want him to take that L when he faces our Lady Bulldogs. Now, go ahead, Arthur.
What I was going to ask is that, of course, you had the close relationship with Coach Vic and everything, but how did the relationship between you and Coach McCray, like, did you know of her before the fact, or, what was that courtship like of kind of making sure that you bonded with her and bonded with the team and her vision of what she has going on?
I knew of her when she recruited me when she was at South Carolina. Kind of after that, I was playing, with Ryan, Jasmine Massengaro, Elizabeth Balogun, just really top players on our team. And, I wasn't really getting looked at like that, but she recruited me a little bit and no stop. She played in, she was in Tennessee. She lived in Tennessee, and she was the first all-time leading scorer. And I'm the 3rd all-time leading scorer. So we just kind of had like a little connection with that. And I think after we first talked, we just had a good connection. And I think after that, it just kind of went that way, and we've just been really good.
Right. So when she became the head coach, you already kind of had a sense of familiarity with Coach McCray-Penson.
Yeah. I didn't talk to her at first, but I think once we got on the phone and talked and, just everything that was going on, I think she understood what place that I was in, and that, because we were just trying to get to know her. And I think that she really helped me a lot with that, just because it took me a lot, to get to know her, because I've had a 2-year relationship with Coach Schaefer, and now I got to build it in 2 months with her. I think she really took the time to get to know me, and I I'm really thankful for that. So
Did she kind of utilize those Tennessee roots to kind of?
yeah, yeah.
Did she talk noise about her being number one and you not being able to break her record?
I mean, yeah, sometimes, but I'll still beat her in her prime. I mean, it's okay.
Y'all might have to have a little one-on-one in practice because she still like she. Did you see her dribbling exhibition when she was? Oh yeah, she had a little dribbling video. Like it looked like she still got it.
All right, I'll look at it.
I think she did a good job with her.
Now I do want to ask this question because of course you had a relationship with Vic as well, and you know there was also another young lady that was also committed along with you. So it was going to be a 2-lady class. So we know that young lady is from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Did she try to get you to come with her as well?
Yes, but we were going to stay, but she just really, it was closer to home, and I don't blame her. It's 2 hours away from her house, so I don't blame her staying at Texas or going to Texas. And we're still good friends now, so I mean, it's all good, but we're gonna battle
until we get on that basketball court.
Yeah, until we get on the floor, then it's
until we get on the court.
Yeah.
So have you picked out? Go ahead, Mama.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, when this whole thing happened, a lot of kids, and like even Deanna knew she wanted to stay at home, so she immediately got the release letter. And so we told Madison, you've got an option. You can do the same thing, open recruitment. You can try to go to Texas, or you can stay here if this is where your heart is. But her dad and I talked, and I said, I just don't feel comfortable getting the release letter if you're going to try to stay at Mississippi State, because then you got all these coaches in your ear while you're trying to give a lady a chance to get to know her. And so that's why we said, like, and Madison agreed. She was like, I said, you can't say you want to get to know somebody and then not be 100% in. You can't have one foot in the boat and one foot out. So if we're going to do this, you really got to give her a chance. And so I think it kind of kept the noise away from her where she could focus. And Nikki called every single day. They had a conversation of some sort of trying to get to know each other, literally every day. And then she would FaceTime my husband and myself. And so she really understood, because her journey coming to Mississippi State was very similar.
Right.
So they had a lot in common there too. So it was a really, I think, a good experience for our family.
Yeah, because you got to realize that, it's a 2-year relationship between her and Vic.
Yeah.
That's right.
She trying to cram in 2 years of relationship with Vic in 2 months. So, I mean, I'm glad she kept in contact with Madison, and Madison seen that, I'm good. Just she thought about it real hard, and I'm glad she made that decision.
Okay. Now, have you decided what number you're going to wear? I know you wore 14 in high school.
21.
21.
That was the AAU number, yeah.
That was your AAU number. Okay. So what is, I mean, of course we know, you haven't been able to have a practice yet, but what was Coach McCray-Penson's plan of action? What did she say? How did she say she's going to use you? Because you're a scorer, you're a rebounder, and you're a defender. So you have strong skills at the three basic fundamentals of basketball. So kind of let us know, what was her plan to sell you on staying committed and signed to Mississippi State?
I think she let me know right away that I was going to be one of those impact players on the team, along with being the starting 5 and some on the bench as well. I mean, we got a really strong bench and we got a really strong starting 5. I'm going to be the 3. I think I'm the only 3 in my position, I think.
That's what she showed.
What else? I mean, being a leader, I think she really, pressed that on me, making sure that she knew, or that I knew that, I needed to become a leader on the team, and that, not just because you're a freshman, just be a leader and be who you are on the floor.
Let me be who you are.
Yeah.
Remember what she told you?
Oh, yeah, let me be who I am.
Yeah. As far as your game.
Yeah. She told me not to really worry about minutes, because if I'm hot on a game, she's not going to take me out. So it's just, it's common sense. She really answered all of my questions that I've had. And, I think she really force a lot, you know, that they were gonna, you know, change my game. Not really just change my game, but improve it as well. I think just helping me become better. So.
Right. Now, last year, we had 2 Lady Bulldogs up for the Gillum Award. One true freshman, your good buddy, former teammate, Rakia Jackson, and then our post player, Jessica Carter. Rakia took home the hardware, you know, so with you potentially, if you get hot, you're not going to come out. You think you could challenge for the Gillum Award for the freshman from Mississippi State Lady Bulldogs?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to back down, and, you know, I think, you know, my team comes first, and that, you know, I think that if I deserve that, then I'm sure I'll earned it. So.
Okay. So talk to us about what do you feel like it's going to be, you know, when you take the floor at the hump for the first time, and you know, Lady Bulldogs, they sell out. I mean, on your, when you attended the game, how did it make you feel? And talk about how it's going to make you feel when you step on that court and start hooping as a member of the Lady Bulldogs.
I think when I went to the West Virginia and Mississippi State game, you know, it was just, even though it was, you know, not really a big game, you know, they still had a lot of people there. And we were by the floor, and I was just like, this could be so nerve-wracking. And like, but I feel like, you know, once the ball goes up, I think I'll be fine. And, you know, once I touch the ball a couple of times, I think I'll be okay. So I think that I'll do whatever it takes to win the game, though.
Have you gotten a cowbell yet?
Yes. I got it for my.
Go ahead, Arthur. I know you wanna. You got it nearby you?
Yeah, yes, I do. Wait, hold on. Let me wait a second.
You know, Arthur normally rings his bell during our show, and of course, you know, the cowbell.
Here we go.
You know, so get ready for that sound for the next 4 years.
Then I got the podcast / the Facebook group sticker on there.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna have to give me one of them stickers. So, Madison, what is it about? Well, first off, you know who our biggest rival is. So, what do you think about Ole Miss?
That's a good response.
Yeah.
I mean, they're okay, but
Did they recruit you?
I think that we'll just whoop them every year. So.
There you go.
Perfect response.
Did Ole Miss recruit you?
Oh no, not really.
Okay. See, they already knew. Yeah. Don't step to no Bulldog. No.
I mean, but somehow they got a McDonald's All-American to go there. I don't know how that happened, but.
No.
Well, yeah, and we have our own McDonald's All-American. So, you know,
we got two of them.
Two.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know.
Actually 3, because Sydney Cook was one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pass me the quarter pounders. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Arthur, you have anything else for Madison?
You know, the only thing that I'm going to say is that back when I first got to Mississippi State, the team was awful. Nobody went to the games. It was like maybe it was so empty in there where I could be on one side of the arena and I could hear the conversations on the other side of the arena. And I actually worked for the university newspaper, and it was like so empty that Coach Fannin was the coach when I was there. And she was just like, bring your friends and stuff, let them come in for free. Ain't nobody coming to the games, no way. And they hadn't beat Tennessee like ever or anything like that. So me being a history teacher, I just kind of want to make sure that you know about what you're coming into in the legacy that we're looking to build and that we trying to keep it going and everything like that. Welcome to Bulldog Nation. You are going to love it. We love our fans. I went to the Ole Miss game at Ole Miss, and we stuck around and took pictures with the players after the game and everything like that. And it is like a super duper family atmosphere. You are going to love it.
We're going to love you.
Yeah, we love you already. Now, speaking of which, you said at your senior night about 20 Mississippi State fans showed up.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not kidding. They have a following here. It's like, I guess for graduation 2 weeks ago, we were out of town, came back, and some of the Mississippi State fans just brought over balloons for her graduation.
That's how they do it at Mississippi State.
It's just like a family. And then her little sister plays also, and it's like
Uh-oh.
they just fell in love.
Is she going to be a Lady Bulldog too? Can we get dibs on little sister? What grade is she in?
She'll be a junior.
Yeah.
Junior?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so speaking of which, how was it playing with your little sister in high school?
You know, at first I didn't like it, you know, because it's just your little sister. You don't, you know, it's just arguing all the time. But I feel like, you know, once, like, I think when it was her 10th grade year, my senior year, I think I really bonded with her. I think that we just really became really close. And I think basketball made us even closer.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you say to a reunion of such in 2 years?
Hey, nobody can stop us. So.
All right. I like that confidence.
They first saw them, they went to team camp at Mississippi State last summer, and he watched them for the first time. And from the time he watched them, every game, he told us, he was like, I want both of them. I want two, because they just read each other. They know where each other is on the court, you know, without even having to say a word. And so he was like, I need both of them here. So I've made sure Nikki knows that. So hopefully.
So mom and dad, we're going to need you to put a maroon force field around baby sister.
Yes.
You know, we need, now what's her name?
McKenna.
McKenna. We're going to need McKenna and Madison to team up in maroon and white. You know, hopefully by the time McKenna gets there, you know, Madison and Lady Bulldogs have at least one national championship. Wouldn't it be great?
Maybe two.
Yeah, maybe two. Maybe two. Wouldn't it be great?
We're trying to go 4 for 4.
Hey.
I love it.
You know,
I love the attitude.
You know, so mom and dad, what do you guys think about Mississippi State? We know what Madison thinks. What do you think about sending your daughter to Starkville, Mississippi, based off what you see what the Mississippi State fans will do for a family? I have my own story, which I'm not going to elaborate right now, but Mississippi State fans, if you are maroon, they will take care of you. So what do you think about sending your daughter, your oldest child, to Starkville?
I think it's good. Starkville is, you know, everybody knows it's not a lot to do, but it's laid back. You know what I'm saying? It's a big, huge fan base. And that gives her a chance to concentrate on her schoolwork and concentrate on basketball. That way you ain't got, you know, in the big city where you know, going out partying. And so I think Starkville is the perfect place. She's kind of like I am, kind of laid back. Don't deal with drama. You know, I think that'll help her focus on, like I said, her academics and her basketball. I think she'll do great there.
I have to agree with you. I lived in Starkville for 3 years, and one night I rode around trying to find. I'm not a troublemaker now. I rode around looking for trouble, looking for something to do, and couldn't find it. So I had to go home. So you know, but still, Starkville is a great place. I lived there for 3 years. I didn't go to Mississippi State, but I lived in Starkville for 3 years. Tried to stay in the area, you know, but unfortunately, God had other plans for me. If I had a chance to move back to Starkville, I would take it in a heartbeat. It's a special place to me.
It's a beautiful campus.
Yes, a wonderful
campus. I fell in love with the campus. We went to, I think, 2 or 3 football games, and you know, just like the tailgate experience, and it's just like a community, and it is a college town. And from the moment we stepped on campus, it was like we just felt like everybody there wanted us to be there. And it wasn't fake. It was genuine, and people wanting to get to know you and talk to you. And, you know, it was a really cool feeling. And, I mean, I think we talked about it, and as she was going through the recruiting process and narrowing down her schools. But I think she just felt at home. Like on her official visit with Vic, they went fishing.
How many fish did you catch?
A lot. He had a lot of fish in his.
They had a bet going, and she told him she would catch more than him.
Yeah.
So he said that was the first time anybody had ever asked to go fishing on a recruiting visit.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
That's awesome. See, that's the thing. You can't do that in big cities. You got to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, speaking of that, I mean, do you have any other outdoor hobbies? Like, you know, outside of fishing?
Hunting with my dad and my uncle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, definitely good hunting in Starkville.
Yeah.
So, you know, good. So Dad can come and take you on a hunt trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Even though, you know, wait. We can't say, do y'all like to hunt without asking what they hunt? I have to ask.
Rebel.
Deer.
Deer? Okay.
Yeah.
I want to hunt a hog, but I hadn't got around to it.
I've never done that.
I am a tad bit of a shooting enthusiast, but I'm more of like a go to the
he's
range
way
type
more.
guy.
He is a shooting enthusiast. Always showing his targets and his guns. So yeah, he's a shooting
Y'all
enthusiast.
could do a whole other radio show on that.
Yeah, we could.
Well, Dad, Dad, you can come on anytime we have a show. Like our family now. So anytime you want to come on and talk sports with us, football, basketball, update us on how Madison is doing, torching those teams that we're gonna play.
Yes,
Feel free.
we got it.
And so before I hand this thing back to Derek, because I think that Derek go wrap it up. Make sure that when y'all go to Starkville, y'all need to go to a restaurant called WTF. It stands for Where the Food At. There's a young lady. She's from my hometown. She is the owner. Her name is Shantita Suber, and they specialize in seafood. They have all your crawfishes and your crab legs and everything like that. And if you looking like you don't like seafood.
No, she looked like she ready to eat.
Oh,
That's what that look was like. Hey, you know what? We me and you both too big, but I know ready to eat look when I see it.
And trust me, Shantita is gonna take care of you, okay? Like not on an NCAA level. Wink.
And we don't do that. We leave that stuff to Ole Miss. Right.
Yeah. Yes. I heard there's some football stuff going on this week.
Oh, Lord. That's why you staying with our Bulldogs was the best news that Mississippi State fans got. Because we had a pretty rough going.
Yeah.
So you staying with us, really, really. When the story popped off, I wish we could have interviewed you that night. Madison.
Yeah, I was gonna cry if she had went somewhere else.
but when Steve Robinson and the news posted it and the news got out, I mean, all our social media groups across the Mississippi State fan base was like a wave of relief and joy.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for sticking with our Bulldogs and sticking with your commitment and coming to play basketball at Mississippi State University.
Cool.
Thank you.
So before we let you go, what's a message you want to send out to all the maroon and white fans?
Just wanted to thank y'all for welcoming me, into Mississippi State, and that just supporting me through everything, and just get ready to see some butt whippings on the floor, get handed out L's all year. So
shooting them threes, baby.
Yeah, and get a national championship. So
that's right.
Ready.
That's right. So I want to thank you, Mom, for communicating with me out of nowhere. You were so gracious, and I'm thankful that you agreed to come on, sharing your daughter with us. Dad, make sure you show up in Starkville to get your hunt on. I'm talking with your daughter. I'm a father of a daughter as well, so I know you're gonna be there protecting as well.
Yeah.
So because I have a teenage daughter. I have a teenage daughter, so I know she'd be like, Dad, you do it too much when she has her little school dances. So
we just know a lot more than they do, and there's a whole lot more out there now that wasn't there when we were there.
Oh yeah.
That age. Yeah.
So Madison, again, we want to thank you for joining us and being a Lady Bulldog. I can go ahead and close us out.
All right, so I'm gonna end this episode like I end every episode. Normally I would say praise the Lord and go Dogs, but Vic Schaefer left us high and dry. How come he don't want me no more? So in lieu of that, I will say, okay, bye.
Bye.